I accidentally committed murder the other day. Except for if it's on accident, it's not murder, it's manslaughter, huh? But it wasn't a man, it was a spider. I committed spider slaughter. He was in the sink and I didn't see him. Oops. He's in my collection now. I also neglected my pet cricket that's been living in the bathroom. My dog is hungry, I should have fed him. I just drank water, sorry. Got some on my face like a 3-year-old. He's also in the collection now. Fishy, wake up! These supplements ain't gonna cut it today. I need jumper cables attached to my nipples. Or a defibrillator. Jumper cables are cheaper though. Might be even more effective. Whoa, why are you moving? You're running away from me. Ah! Okay, PVB shut down. Am I crying a little bit? Yes. Did I hate the lady who owned it with every fiber of my being? Yes. Did I also love singing there with every fiber of my being? Yes. So random though. Last year I was like, I am going to do a farewell to my set list, and I'm going to do like a reminiscent set list. I'm going to play all my favorite old songs, and I'm not going to play any new songs. I'm going to play all my favorite old songs I love to sing at like PVPs and Art Walk. And I made a farewell set list. And then, thank God I did that. Thank God I got closure, kind of. But I don't have any closure for my family's band because that's my second favorite gig of the year for my family's band. I fucking love that gig when they play there. Oh well. She sent out an email New Year's Eve to all the employees and said, we will not be reopening in the new year. Okay. Poor employees. I emailed the booking girl and she told me that, and that's how I found out about that. But she said her mom books festivals, like local ones, obviously. And so I was like, and she said that she would recommend me, and I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. And I got asked to play Shady Grove, which is a music festival, and I might play the Lavender Festival again this next year, and I might play Biggest Show in Idaho, 4th of July type festival. So it might just be a festival year. Maybe I'm just not gonna be singing in restaurants this year, and maybe it'll be a festival type summer. Let the festivities begin. I keep telling everybody that they closed down, and everyone keeps saying, yeah, I know. What the hell? Y'all didn't tell me they closed down? I've been singing there for 7 years, and y'all didn't think to tell. I used to work there, and y'all didn't think to tell me this information. I smelled something burning, and I was like, it's probably just me on fire again, as I do. And so I just ignored it. And then I realized, oh my God, something's burning in the air fryer. No, my precious baby. So that's where my priorities lie. Well, no Jeopardy tonight. Time to role play. It's World War II. Everything is very scarce. They're rationing everything. These potatoes are green, but I have to use them because who knows when the next time I get potatoes will be. So I peel them and I'm going to put them in my potato soup to feed my children with and hope it doesn't make us all sick. My husband's off at war. I hope he comes back. They let me write him letters through the Red Cross and send him care packages because he's a prisoner of war. I hope he'll just escape and run away to me and the family. My father died in the last war. That's what goes on in this head of mine. I actually didn't get these potatoes with my ration card though. I got these from my garden. Before the damn Nazis trampled it. What is this song? This would not be on the radio in World War II. This is too foreign. This is too exotic. My character is too xenophobic for this nonsense. I was trying to pretend I was in like France or Berlin or some shit, but maybe I'm in Spain. Maybe I'm Okay, I just looked it up. They didn't ration food until after the war in Spain. Turn this goddamn music off. I'm not in Spain. Baby started crying, so now I have to peel potatoes while I hold him. This music is much too modern now. I should turn it off, but what if Jeopardy turns back on and I can break scene? This is like literally elevator music. I don't even think elevators exist right now. Do they? Electricity exists, so. Okay, now this is porn music. Coming to you lit by my laptop screen. Mustache Guy from the Cody Co reaction of the fucking Nectar video of Tinder in real life. Mustache Guy, I'm looking for you. I see that that girl did not come for the second date. I'm looking for you. If anyone knows how I can get in contact with Merritt from Jubilee's Tinder in real life, please. Listen, I know I don't look very beautiful right now, Merritt, but my looks are the least of your worries. Red Delicious Apple.
Granny Smith apple.
Yeah. Why in my head was I saying Amish? Candy apple. I'm not stupid for loving, they're stupid for not accepting it. I'm not stupid for giving them my love, they're stupid for not accepting it. I'm not stupid for loving, they're stupid for not accepting. I'm not stupid for loving, they're stupid for not accepting. I'm not stupid for loving, they're stupid for... Or maybe nobody's stupid. Jasper, did you drown in the snow? Jasper, you're here! But you don't care about me. Gregor! I almost caught myself on fire again. I was in a Wikipedia rabbit hole. What is on me? Oh, it's water. No. That's what my nose looks like? What? What is happening to me? Anyway, I was in a Wikipedia rabbit hole. I looked down. I'm smoking. I wasn't on fire this time, at least. I can't believe this is what my nose looks like. Who am I? Spent half of the morning trying to keep Jasper out of a puddle of antifreeze. Still freaking me out. Spent half the morning trying to keep Jasper out of a pile of Spent half the morning trying to keep Jasper out of a pool of antifreeze. Spent the other half of the morning splashing around in it. It's like I work at Me Skunky again. Ooh, maybe that's why I'm so flammable this day. I love OCD. My new thing is as soon as I think about it, I have to go into the bathroom and trim my split ends with embroidery scissors. And if I don't do it, the second I think about it, my hair will split all the way up the whole shaft of hair and I'll go bald. So this is a great new development. I love my brain. I love my life. I'm having so much fun here. Why the fuck did I decide to do bow ties? I still have so much pasta dough left. Why the fuck do I do this? Someone get me a KitchenAid, by the way, because I can't live like this. It's important to vlog. I think everyone should vlog, even privately. I was in a masochistic mood yesterday, so I was like, let's go back and watch one of the Steven vlogs. There's a clip of me talking about how in love I am with his best friend. Then it goes into a clip of him rubbing my feet while I talk about him pissing me off. Steven rubbing my feet, Steven pissing me off. Then, next clip, I'm driving around shoeless, trying to buy a gun to kill myself with. Then, next clip, I show the hole in the wall that Steven punched. Then, next clip, I'm happy I'm going to Taco Bell. Steven's driving. Before the Taco Bell clip, there's a couple clips of me like psychoanalyzing my situation, blaming myself, mostly blaming my mother also, and just like really crying, saying I want a girlfriend, saying I want somebody soft, saying I want to be held by a soft little girl, and then Taco Bell. That says a lot. That says a lot about my situation, and that's important, I feel like, to look back on. Because if I didn't have that, I would never think about that, or I would never notice that. I don't know. I just think all of that really says a lot. I just think that pattern recognition is one of the most important parts of healing. And I feel like one of the easiest ways to recognize patterns is documentation. And that can be journaling, but vlogging, it also documents like physically, like what I look like, what I'm saying, like it documents my speech patterns. Like it's literally like fucking free therapy, because I know what therapists say enough. By this point, I can go, why do you say that? Whose voice is that? Whose perspective are you saying? I can ask myself the therapy questions and go back. And also, it's just like I see what makes me happy, I see what upsets me, I see what happens when I don't think I would know I have bipolar disorder if it weren't for the vlogs, honestly, because the vlogs make it so obvious when I'm manic and when I'm depressed. And yes, I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder, but I just want to believe them. So there's that. And also, a while back, I watched a vlog where I am like about to go on a date with a girl, and I seem so happy and excited. And it actually went terribly. I didn't vlog this part, but it turns out she had got back with her ex-boyfriend and not told me, and they were looking for a third. But before that, like, it was supposed to be like a date, like we were supposed to, she had broken up with him. But then he comes to the house. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But before that, I was very happy. So I mean, there's definitely cons that come with dating women, especially bisexual women. Sorry, biphobia unlocked. But like, I can be biphobic. I'm allowed. So I saw someone say the other day, I respect bisexual women. I think them and their boyfriends are very cute. Anyway, point is, I was like, oh my god, maybe I am gay. And like, I wouldn't even know I'm gay without the vlogs. I would forget. Like, I don't know. Like, I love the vlogs. That's all I gotta say about that. While we're doing updates on my sexuality, update on my heterosexuality, I'm kind of attracted to Niall Horan now. I mean, it's not super serious, but I've never been attracted to him before, so even a tinge of attraction is big news to us. Oh, but Lex, didn't you have a life-size poster of him in your bedroom? It was 6 foot, it was larger than life. And wasn't your profile picture on your Stan account always Niall Horan? And weren't you a Niall girl? And didn't you read Niall fan fiction? Yes, but it was never smut. And I only read it because I liked the plot. And yes, he was my favorite. Does this need charge? I'll kill myself. He was my favorite of the boys, but only because I didn't feel good enough to be a hairy girl. I know for a lot of girls, they like didn't want to be hairy girls because it was like too basic. And for me, it kind of is like that, but it's not like I don't want to be like the other girls. I've always been like, please, God, let me be like the other girls. Please, God, make me normal. But, yeah, so it was like that. It's like I didn't feel like I was one of the other girls, but not in a way that I'm like shitting on the other girls. It's like shitting on myself for not being like them. Anyway, so, but Niall had, you guys know I don't like blondes. And so that's a big part of it. He always dyed his hair blonde. He wasn't even a natural blonde, but he dyed. He's been rocking his natural hair lately, and I just love it. He's got some facial hair going on. I'm into it. But he's still got that like baby face, but it's like fine. I like some baby face people. Just an observation. Anyway, there's that. But I've been doing really, really well at not using romantic interests as dopamine boosts, which is really big for me because we all know I've been doing that since I was a little girl. My first imaginary boyfriend was Shaggy. I would lay in my bed and I would picture Shaggy laying next to me and I'd say, oh Shaggy, what a day it was. Oh, did they drain me? Or I'd say, oh Shaggy, I had a great day. Here's what happened, blah, blah. I never really pictured him talking back to me. And that's still the same today with the other boys. It's like, I really do not give a shit like what they say back. I just want somebody to talk to. So it was Shaggy, and for a while, it's kind of been Rory in my head because I've been blocking everyone else. So I did, in fact, have to move forward with blocking Rory as well because I kept thinking about my Instagram stories through his eyes, through his perspective. And I was like, yeah, we can't have this. We can't be posting for a man, especially like for his approval. That's fucking disgusting. So he is now blocked. I only have one more of my fantasy men to block. The failed talking stage I had last April. I'm waiting for it to hit a full year. I think I might just go ahead and hit the block button, though. I've been thinking about blocking him today. I think that would be really good for me, to just get that over with. So, but yeah, I've been doing really good. I know, by the way, that using romantic interest as a dopamine boost is an ADHD symptom, but that doesn't mean I want to just like coddle myself and let myself do it. Like, I don't think it's healthy still. But nothing my therapist has told me helps. He's like, oh, just picture talking to your own self. And I'm like, no, I don't get validation. Like, I get the point. The point is that I'm supposed to be getting validation for myself and seeing myself through my own eyes instead of someone else's. But I can't do that. Like, that's way too hard. Like, so I've been trying to do it like little me instead. I talk to little me and tell her, oh boy, did they drain us. But it's still not really exactly working. So that's pretty upsetting. The most concerning part about the fantasies is I have physical reactions to them sometimes. Like, I'll turn on the TV and I'll go, oh, Big City Greens. I love this cartoon. Do you? And I'm not saying the words out loud, but I do turn my head towards where I picture them standing. They don't answer me. They don't tell me, oh, I've never seen the show, at least not most of the time. But that's still kind of crazy person behavior, and I'm not into it. So I am trying to not do that anymore. This morning, I did do a fail, and I pictured imaginary boyfriend. This one is not a real guy, so he doesn't have a name. So we'll just call him imaginary boyfriend. He bought me a KitchenAid for Christmas, and I cried. And I started crying in the kitchen for real. I was crying in the kitchen over a fantasy of imaginary boyfriend buying me a KitchenAid. So, extremely concerning, needs work. My problem though is even if I'm not fantasizing about men, I'm still thinking about how others perceive me. Like, I have a thought, like a lot of times I think about Sunday dinner with my family, and I think about how they would react to me saying that. Or I think about my friends and how they would react. Or I think about the internet and how the internet would react if it was in video form. So even if I'm not thinking about men's perspective of me, I'm thinking about other people's perspective of me. And I think it's good to do that sometimes and to try to think outside of yourself and to try to care about other people and what they think. But as everything is, it's a balance, and I am too far on that side of the spectrum where I'm always worried about what other people think of me. And the thing is, I don't let it impact what I actually think and do. So I'm not so far to the spectrum where it's like affecting my actions and my beliefs and whatnot, but it is still affecting, like, it's too much still. I'm thinking about it too much. And I know I need to just think, I just wish I could have a thought and just have it be that thought. Like, I wish instead of turning on the TV and going, oh, have you seen this show? I wish I just turned on the TV, maybe even no thought. Or I just think, oh, I love this show. Like, that would be, I think, a healthy way to do it, but I don't know how to do that. Also, speaking of unhealthy, I keep thinking that the ghosts of my favorite authors want to have sex with me. And it's like I'll be reading one of their books and I'll get horny. Or sometimes I feel like physically, like ghosties touching me, and I'm like, it's my man. He wants me. He sees a pretty girl reading his book. He wants me. He won't me. But that can't be real. So that needs worked on, and I've been trying to work on that. But then my favorite fucking boyfriend audio maker dropped a ghost fucking roleplay on his Patreon, and I'm like, is this a sign that I should be having sex with the ghost? But then the thing is, what if they're just demons and they're trying to trick me? Also, this is where everyone fucking posted that I'm schizo posting, but people who comment that I'm schizo posting don't usually make it this far in the video, so I'm really writing on that. is believing in ghosts, schizophrenia. They're fucking ghosts. You're trying to tell me that so many neurotypical people and like healthy people believe in ghosts. You're telling me ghosts aren't real and they don't want to have sex with me? I don't believe you. Guys, I just took the most delicious nap. I wish you could have been there. Been thinking a lot about forgiveness and acceptance, separately but also together. Been thinking about how everyone says forgiveness is for you, it's not for the person. Like, resentment is a poison that only poisons yourself, stuff like that. And I've been thinking about how sometimes I feel like that's bullshit. Because who does forgiveness really benefit? It benefits the person that you're forgiving, because they don't have to hold on to that guilt anymore. They don't have to be responsible for what they did wrong to you. You let go. Who does acceptance benefit? Acceptance benefits the capitalists. Acceptance, when you sit back and you just accept capitalism and you accept other facets of this fucked up society that we're in, that benefits them. How does that benefit me? All that does to me is invalidate myself. I do think, like, I don't know, CBT can be useful sometimes, and I do think acceptance can be useful sometimes, but I think the toxic positivity, oh my god, I just woke up from my nap, I'm sorry, I can't talk yet. The toxic positivity of accept everything, forgive everyone, I don't really want to buy into that anymore, because who does that really benefit? Them, not the Jews, you know what I mean. But also, I've been thinking, I've had this crazy thought, like, what if they made it up? What if they, like ancient rulers and whatnot? Because religion being made up by rulers and used it to rulers' advantage to rule the people and make them do, oh my god, I should not be talking when I just woke up from a nap, to make them do what they want you to do, that's not a new concept. Catholic Church, Confucius, like, we all know that religion is used by the government. But Dewey kind of just dragged me, because he started saying almost everything that I've been thinking about lately, but then, so this is where he agrees with me. We are forced, therefore, to consider the nature and origin of that control of human nature with which morals have been occupied, and the fact which is forced upon us when we raise this question is the existence of classes. Control has been vested in an oligarchy. Indifference to regulation has grown in the gap which separates the ruled from the rulers. Parents, priests, chiefs, social censors have supplied aims which were foreign to those upon whom they were imposed. To the young layman, ordinary folk, a few have given an administered rule, and the mass have in a passable fashion and with reluctance obeyed. Everybody knows that good children are those who make as little trouble as possible for their elders, and since most of them cause a good deal of annoyance, they must be naughty by nature. Generally speaking, good people have been those who did what they are told to do, and lack of eager compliance is a sign of something wrong in their nature. Okay, so that basically expounds on what I've been thinking the past few months. But then he goes on to say, but no matter how much men in authority have turned moral rules into an agency of class supremacy, any theory which attributes the origin of rule to deliberate design is false. To take advantage of conditions after they have come into existence is one thing. To create them for the sake of an advantage to accrue, I don't know that word, is quite another thing. So I actually agree with that. So I actually kind of changed my mind. I don't think they made up forgiveness and all that, but I do think they most definitely take advantage of it. Twinkle, twinkle, little frost, how I wonder what I've lost. I normally never talk about my dreams on here, because I'm like, okay, that's fucked up, because nobody cares, and also I write them down in my journal anyways, so there's no need to document them. But my dream last night was so Kafka-esque that I have to say it out loud to fully process it, because I'm having a hard time writing it down. I need Kafka to come around and write it down for me. So it's like, so I was working at I was working at the police office. What's that called? I don't even know. And I was like a secretary, which I would never be in real life, but it's part of what makes it so Kafkaesque. It was like bureaucracy and law. So I'm like, okay, working there, this guy comes in and he's like, hey, I want you, can you date criminals? And I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to date criminals. So I send all these people on like I keep asking all these people all these questions. I keep doing all this research to see if at this job I'm allowed to date a criminal. And people are coming back to me with files, people are coming back to me with information, but none of it actually means anything. I'm not getting my question answered. Then I had drawn so much attention to myself that everyone was like looking into my files and my history, and they find out I'm a criminal and I get fired from my job. But in this building that I find this secret like church building, and it's like a chapel, and it's like you have to crawl through the secret passageway though. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna meet the man in the secret passageway and then we can talk about dating. And then all these children start crawling through the secret passageway of the church, into the church. And I'm like, no, you can't be here. I need to talk to my man. And so I start whacking them. And oh, this is important. They are guys who have a crush on me, in real life. These are real life guys who have pursued me, but they are shrunken down to child size and they have childlike faces. So they're children versions of themselves. And so I start whacking them with this stick, this staff thing that I found in the church. And I'm whacking them out of the building. I'm like, no, get out. I need this man. I don't want you. I need him. And then the man meets me in the church, in the chapel, and I hate him. The only words out of his mouth so far in the dream were like, hey, can you date a criminal? And then we start talking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even attracted to you. I don't even like you. You're gross. And then that was basically the end of that. And then I woke up a little bit and then I had a different dream about playing volleyball with Selena Gomez. So. Oh, and the volleyball game was boys versus girls, because of course it is, because my whole life is boys versus girls. So. Grrr. I'm upset because of things people haven't said yet, but I know they're gonna say them. I know that when I come back, because I haven't posted in like a month because I forgot my laptop last time I went to town and I haven't had Wi-Fi to post. I know when I come back, everyone's gonna be like, I miss you, and sometimes even people are like, I was worried about. So fucking parasocial. Shut the fuck up. You literally don't know me. I was gone for a month. Plenty of YouTubers don't post for a month. I'm not even a YouTuber. I owe you fucking nothing. Shut the fuck up. You do not know me. I owe you nothing. This is not my job. This is a fucking hobby. And if I don't feel like doing it for 4 years, I'm allowed to. I don't fucking owe that to you. And also, you don't miss me, you don't know me. The only thing that pisses me off more than people saying, oh, I miss you, is people saying fucking, I'm proud of you. You don't know me. I actually had to look up the definition the other day because I was so sick of people saying it to me and saying it to other people. Like, so many people were saying it when Cody Ko had his baby. They were saying they were proud of him for having a baby. You don't know him. You can't be proud of him. I had to look it up because I'm like, do I not understand what being proud is? No, in the literal definition, it says, it has to be of yourself or somebody you are close to. Like, that makes no fucking sense. And it's always pissed me off even before the internet. Like, I mean, I wasn't really, like, born before the internet, but you know what I mean? Before, like, social media became what it is today. Because my grandma will say she's proud of me. And I'm like, you did nothing. You have done nothing but keep me down. I do what I do in spite of you. My lips are driving me crazy because of the aquifer. I am what I am in spite of you. Everything I do is in spite of you. All you do is bring me down, and anytime I rise above, it has nothing to do with you, and you made it harder. And that's how I feel about a lot of people online too. Like, don't be proud of me. You don't know me, and I don't like you. And you have nothing to do with my accomplishments. You're not allowed to be proud of me. You're not allowed. Leave me alone. I love my hair right now. I haven't washed it in 10 days. It always looks the best when I know it's oily. It's because I put oil in it. Get with it. My therapist asked me the other day, how do you feel when people comment something mean? I said, I feel angry. He said, how do you feel when people comment something nice? I said, I feel angry. He said, so why don't you just turn off comments? And I was like, because I don't feel like a coward. And he didn't get it, and he kept trying to get me to turn off comments, so if I end up turning off comments, it's not because my therapist said so, it's because I can't fucking stand people saying I'm proud of you or I miss you. I think another thing that pisses me off about the whole I miss you thing is it reminds me of my family when I disowned them for a few years. And I went around traveling the world for a few years and hardly talking to them, and they would tell me that they missed me and I would feel guilty. And I feel like that's partly why I associate that phrase with guilt, but I don't know. Opened up Instagram, see a picture of a hot man with his girlfriend. I'm like, why is he so fine? I thought I was following the girlfriend at first, because that sounds more like me than following a hot guy. I don't really follow hot guys. And then I realized it's my Jeopardy crush. I forgot to unfollow him when he accepted me and I found out he had a girlfriend. I was like, oh, this guy's hot. Yeah, I already knew that. How long do you think it took me to produce this much trash? 2 hours? 2 days? 2 weeks, bitch. This is 2 weeks of trash for me. And that plastic bag in there, that was from a box of flour. And I definitely used that for more than 2 weeks. And this kimchi tag, also use that for more than 2 weeks. So really, this is more than 2 weeks worth of trash. Get like me, maybe we'll save the world. I can't do it alone. Oh, and this is my recycling for the past 2 weeks too. Only fair to share that because all this is probably going to end up in the landfill anyways because recycling is a scam. At least the plastic. Tuna can might just we might just make it out. I keep having these nightmares about Ethan. And in them, he's really just like such a dick to me. He does terrible things. Like in the last one, it was my birthday. He got me nothing, which is accurate. I never got presents on my birthday or Valentine's Day. One time for Christmas, he did give me something. Anyway, that was one of the 2 presents I ever got from him, which I'm not materialistic, so that didn't really matter to me in the moment, but in hindsight, red flag. Anyway, in the dream he got me nothing for my birthday. He's like, I'm going to the movies with this girl. And I start freaking out because I'm like, it's my birthday. And he's like, calm down. She's just a friend. You're acting crazy, like doing the whole gaslight thing. And it's just like real life. It was very realistic. And so, and in the dreams, he does something like that. And then I keep trying to explain to him and make him understand why what he's doing is wrong. And how it hurts me, how I feel. Like, I try to make him understand. I try to make him see my perspective. And the thing is, I think he knows. I think he just doesn't care. And I think that's just like real life, too. And a lot of people say, like, there's like a saying, oh, like, if a snake bites you, you don't try to reason with the snake and tell the snake you didn't deserve that or whatever. But the thing is, I do. Like, when a dog barks at me, I tell the dog, hey, I'm nice. When an animal doesn't like me, I try to reason with the animal. So that's not a good metaphor for me because I would try to reason with that snake. I really would. So I've been trying to think of it more like he's not a snake. He's like a hurricane or a tornado or a tsunami, some sort of natural disaster. And so it's like, it's not my fault that a tsunami happens, but it's my job to get up to higher land. It's not my fault if a tornado happens, but I need to seek shelter. I need to get away from the tornado. And also, I'm never going to be able to reason with that tornado and tell it my house didn't deserve to be knocked down. My family is a good family. We didn't deserve to die in this natural disaster. You're never going to change the ways of a tornado. A tornado is a tornado. You can't make a tornado a rainbow. You can't. So all you can do is avoid it. So my dreams keep trying to teach me that, but it still hasn't fully. It won't take. The lesson really won't take. I want him to understand what he did was wrong. I want him to feel guilt. And it's not going to happen because he doesn't have the capacity to do that. His body will never let him reckon with what he's done. So.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. I kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you'd done me wrong. I grew strong, I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here without that look upon your face. I should have changed my fucking lock. I would have made you leave your key if I'd have known for just 1 second you'd get back to bother me. Oh, now go, walk out the door, just turn around. Now you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with desire? Didn't I come on? Didn't I lay down? I will survive, yeah, as long as I know how to love. I know I'll be alright. I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give. I will survive. Oh, so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head high. You see me with somebody new. I'm not that stupid little person still in love with you. And so you thought you'd just drop by and you expect me to be free. But now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Oh, go, walk out the door, just turn around. Now you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with desire? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? I will survive, yeah, as long as I know how to love. I know I'll be alright. I've got all my life to live. I got all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive, yeah, yeah.
A lot of people say that like the hardest part of life is like praying for your enemies, but I don't really feel that because like I'm fine praying for my enemies. I accidentally pray for them all the time because I'm always wishing for understanding from them. I want them to understand that they were mean to me. I want them to understand that I was nice to them, that I had nothing but pure intentions. And yeah, I fucked up sometimes, but I never intentionally hurt them. And every time I did fuck up, I owned up to it and I apologized and I took accountability and I learned from it and I got fucking better. And that's what I want from them. I want them to own up to it, take accountability, and get fucking better. And that's what I want from everyone in this life. And it just fucking sucks. Like, I don't wish anything bad on them. Like, I don't wish them to be physically hurt. I don't wish for them to, like, be, like, financially, like, in a hard time. I don't wish hard times on them. I just wish understanding. The worst thing I wish upon my enemies is guilt. That's the worst thing I do is wish guilt on them. But the only reason I wish guilt on them is for them to learn and grow and understand. Like, I don't want them to feel guilt forever, just enough guilt to understand. Apparently, it's asking too much. We can't make hurricanes feel guilt. We can't make hurricanes understand, but at least we're beautiful. And by we, I mean me. Okay, 70s queen. Okay. I don't even want to get in the shower because then this isn't going to be happening anymore. And I like it. Should I throw them out into curtain banks? Maybe. I always say that and then I always trim them lately because I get scared.
Pocatello, Idaho is a wonderful city and I like it so much. It's the U.S. smile capital.
Because we made it illegal to frown.
It's Pocatello. Oh yeah. Pocatello is the best place in the whole world. I love all 33.9 Rogers Hero Square, miles of Pocatello, 83201. That's the zip code of Pocatello, which is a great and wonderful community. Pocatello, such a nice place to be. Pocatello, Idaho. Pocatello's got very nice schools, educating the young citizens of Pocatello.
It happened to me.
Pocatello is a great place to raise your family.
If I had one.
Oh, Pocatello, Pocatello. Pocatello has a lot of nice neighborhoods filled with wonderful American citizens. Oh yeah, Pocatello's like the best place in the whole world. La la la. Check out the Port Neuf River.
Don't.
When I shuffle all my songs, it's just out of control. It went from a song based on Rick and Morty to that song on Pocatello to Quiet Riot. It's upsetting, honestly, how how much music is on here.